This is weird, isn't it? I've never done a gig in the past before. I'm stood on a box in a mill surrounded by people wearing the coats. I feel like I'm about to call a strike. Do you hear the people sing? I'm also glad you're all here for comedy, because it's often tricky when you're playing a gig in the main room of a pub that some people might just be here to watch a bit of football or something, but unless the 66 World Cup final is on that tiny old time, we're alright. I've written Bobby Charlton on my hand because I couldn't name an old footballer and I had to look one up during the interval. Then I didn't even name him, so that was a good use of my time. Right, hello. I was on a train about 6 months ago now. It was the hottest day of the year, and this train was really late and it was really overcrowded. And I was on the way from London, where I was working, to Leeds, where I live, to go do a gig. And I was panicking a bit because I was definitely going to miss this gig, and I kept messaging the promoter, really worried, and I was rammed into this tiny little vestibule with about 7 other people at about this sort of a distance, which is basically how the rest of you are living in this pub right now. But it was incredibly awkward for everybody, and I made the mistake that every comedian makes once in their career, which is to admit you're a comedian in a confined space with no visible means of escape. Because the system we have here is pretty good. There's a door right there. If I'm not up to scratch, please feel free to use it. Similarly, if you're a subpar audience, I'll go that way myself. I didn't have a choice then, and they kind of compounded things by saying, "Oh, you're going to miss your gig, I'm really sorry. Why don't you just do it here for us?" No, it wasn't helped by a girl on the floor on her 4th or 5th kind of Stella who gave me the following joke: humiditits. That's humidity plus tits. Yeah, irritatingly, a few people always chuckle at it a little bit, which, I mean, I hope for dead silence whenever I tell that joke, just to prove how hard it is to do what I do, but evidently it's not true. I do like what that girl did, though, when she combined those words, made that little portmanteau, humiditits, adding to the wealth of the English language. It's the biggest language in the world, English, did you know that? There's more words in English than there are in any other language. Some people boast about how they've got 40 different words for snow. Mate, that's nothing. We've got 6 different words for faff. You've got faff, kerfuffle, palaver, to-do, brouhaha, hullabaloo. Yes, some people rightly didn't laugh at that, and that's because I tricked you. Hullabaloo doesn't have quite the same meaning as faff. It's really how you greet a bear. But the point still stands. Fun still stands, guys. We've got this incredibly rich, diverse language, and we, the English people, treat it like shit. Which leads me on to a section of the act that I call Euphemism Club. So, welcome to Euphemism Club! Hey! The first rule of Euphemism Club is keep mum about Euphemism Club. Second rule of Euphemism Club is lose the confidence of your audience by doing a joke about a 20-year-old film. It's not relevant anymore, Sam. But yeah, we use euphemisms a lot in English to the extent that if we didn't, what we say would sound sinister and threatening. If you don't believe me, let me prove it to you. I'm going to have a typical office conversation in front of you all, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to translate the euphemisms as we go. You just let me know which one of these sounds weirder, with or without the euphemisms. I was in your neck of the woods last night. I was near your house last night for several hours. Me and the lads were down your local. I and several low-grade sociopaths went to the nearest venue to where you live. We had a few pints, things got messy. Mind-altering substances were consumed to the extent that vomit and/or violence were likely outcomes. Oh, it's really good fun. You should come next time. I would like to repeat this cavalcade of horror with you in my eye line. Can't live without euphemisms, can we? We use them for everything. A girl once broke up with me using a euphemism. She said she needed to spend more time alone. Yeah, that means she needed to spend more time with a more attractive and sexually competent man than me. You've heard my favourite euphemism once already tonight. He's a lad. We all know what that one means, don't we? He's a cock, with no respect for the basic rules that govern society. But in a cheeky way, not in a crimey way. You can tell a lad by the trail of litter he leaves behind as he staggers off to draw a big cock and balls on a pub toilet door. I'm down on lads, but I couldn't be one. They wouldn't let me be one. Failed my lad exams, didn't I? Next exam is drawing that cock and balls. Every time I've tried to draw a cock and balls, it's looked like an infinity sign with a wizard's hat on it. It's trickier than it looks. There's something about lads though that I really admire is the way that they can keep a chat going in a pub toilet. Because I'm the kind of guy who just sort of goes in and tries to have a quiet little wee on my own in the corner. Some lads will be coming and going, "Hey, everyone having a good night? What, you want to buy some drugs?" How do they do that? I can hold a conversation or I can hold my penis. It's just one or the other for me. One man really loved that joke. The best result. I don't know where you are, that one man, but everything else is for you from now on. Where was I? The opposite of a lad is a chap. And a chap is someone with no respect for the basic rules of governed society, but in a rich way, not a private way. The way you can tell a lad from a chap, a typical example, a lad could go out, he'll get drunk and smash up a restaurant or something, he'll be arrested, he'll be thrown in jail. A chap could do the same thing, he gets to be Prime Minister. That's how the rules work. I'm very conflicted about that joke because I hopefully won't be able to tell it after December 12th, and that's quite upsetting though for me personally. It's very much the needs of the country versus my needs as a comedian there. Failed my chap exams as well. It's about pronunciation. Classic way you can tell the difference between a lad and a chap. A lad might say something like, "Bath mat." A chap, he'd say the same word, "bath mat." Now, I've got respect for the institution of the bath mat, so I use the full name, Bath Matthew. If it's going to be on the floor, drying your feet, at least use its proper name. Didn't get into the chaps. Which is a shame, because something about chaps and lads that I really admire is nicknames. Both of them got great nicknames. Chaps, they've got nicknames like Boffo, Trouser, the shoes, Boffo's coming around, chaps, hide the whiskey. The lads, they've got nicknames like Mickey the Shagger, Johnny Angry, Violent Eric. Violent Eric's coming round, hide the knives. The reason I'm jealous is because the coolest nickname I've ever had was Where's Wally? Where's Wally's coming around, hide. It's alright guys, it's alright, I've come to own it. You've got to really kind of live with yourself when you do look like the Harry Potter who went to the Hogwarts where they teach accounting and not magic. That is the lead into a much longer bit, which I don't have time to do now, so assume I did a really good ending joke and applaud appropriately. My name's been Sam Wilkinson, you've been lovely.